life, sweet life, sweet life, sweet life.
Hi guys, and welcome back. So today I'm going to show you guys how I assemble and decorate my signature red velvet cheesecake cake. I will link below the recipe for the red velvet cake, the recipe for the cheesecake, and I also did a video on how I made the buttercream, so I'll link that below. Here I'm just leveling off each cake just to make sure they're perfectly flat. You want to make sure all of your layers are perfectly flat before you start assembling. Be sure to watch my video linked below on how I make my high humidity buttercream. This recipe is very good for like summer months and when it's hot and humid outside, and it holds up very well on cakes and cupcakes and does not melt fast. So be sure to watch the video linked below on how I make my buttercream. If you notice when I spread out my icing, I start from the middle of the icing and kind of push it out. I never let my spatula actually touch the cake. That's how you get a bunch of crumbs in your buttercream. So if you just use your spatula and push the buttercream out towards the edges, you won't get any crumbs in your buttercream. There's a tip for you. This assembly works best if your cheesecake is very firm. So after you do make your cheesecake, you need to let it completely cool and then place it in the freezer for a little bit to let it firm up. Or if you know, you can also use a store-bought cheesecake if you want, but it has to be completely firm. So make sure it's firm to touch and not soft because it'll fall apart when you're trying to do this step. Notice when I place the top layer of cake, I place it flat side up. That's because you want the top of your cake to be completely flat. Again, as you see me placing the buttercream, I am placing the buttercream on top of the last area of buttercream and never directly onto the cake. As you can see, my spatula is not touching the cake, so I'm not picking up any crumbs. I just keep adding buttercream on top of the old buttercream, and then I push it out into the area that I need it to be. And that's your best bet for not getting a bunch of crumbs into your buttercream. Also, my cake is frozen, so that helps as well with not getting a bunch of crumbs. So now I'm going to melt down about a half of cup of chocolate chips, milk chocolate chips, with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil.